And so, Mackenzie, lawmakers are also debating a bill to ban face coverings for law enforcement in the state of Maryland. Are there legal concerns with that proposal as far as you're aware?
Yeah, Kai, we learned today that the Attorney General's office is out with an advice letter to one of the members of the House of Delegates, raising constitutional concerns, especially when it comes to enforcement of this proposal, SB 1, which we know is, again, another top priority for Democrats here in the state. And if this does pass, which it seems like it will likely pass given the support in both chambers, it really tees up the question for litigation and really just adds another list of possible court battles coming out of Annapolis right now.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, no.
The House of Delegates wasted no time jumping into the immigration debate Friday as an effort to curb federal enforcement in Maryland ramps up.
We are living in the state of Maryland,
including banning the 287G program.
No ICE agents going into communities in Harford County. No collateral apprehensions or deportations in Harford County. That doesn't happen because of the 287G program.
For this and every other bill, every other amendment, if you get up, you can finish your thought.
It is not affording individuals their due process rights.
Attorney Kurt Nachman, not affiliated with this legislative dispute, says cutting the 287G program could result in unintended consequences, including a loss in funding or a court battle.
Also, there could be judges that would enforce this through, a judicial order, through an injunction or any other sort of process where it would require the sheriffs or the local police to comply with these state laws. And certainly that's things that we've seen happen in the past, and I would certainly expect it to happen in this case.
That's not the only immigration-related bill that could spark litigation.
And so the two bills that we had before the Assembly or before the Senate yesterday for 3 hours of debate dealt with making sure that federal agents and law enforcement agencies were not masked.
Attorney General Anthony Brown's office sent this letter to Delegate Nicole Williams regarding Senate Bill 1. That's the proposed bill to ban face coverings for law enforcement. The Legal Insight says the bill would be difficult and likely unconstitutional to enforce against ICE agents.
I would say that it's something that will be ferreted out in the courts. And so I did disagree in the sense that we shouldn't move forward.
Mr. President, why is your opinion about that better or more accurate than the Attorney General's?
I don't think the Attorney General said that it was clearly unconstitutional. I think he said that he would fight and that it would be, that he believed that there was an argument. There's a conflict, and it would have to be played out in practice.
But curbing immigration enforcement is not the only issue lawmakers are tackling that may end up being litigated.
The state of Maryland cannot redistrict in this manner. And if they pursue and persist in doing this, we will take it to court, and I think we're going to win.
Republican delegate Kathy Shalega says Governor Westmore's mid-cycle redistricting effort with the proposed map that takes direct aim at Maryland's lone Republican in Congress is not to benefit Marylanders.
They are doing the bidding of Washington, D.C. politicians, and they are not serving the people of Maryland.
While the House fast-tracks the plan, teeing it up for a final vote likely next week, the proposal will meet a roadblock across the hall in the Senate.
Look, at the end of the day, we have hundreds of issues that we have to take on. Our number one constitutional obligation to the people of Maryland is to pass a balanced budget.
Senate President Bill Ferguson maintains his opposition to redistricting, arguing it should not be a priority, especially given the potential litigation. But that also begs the question about immigration plans. Why do you think it's important to address some of these plans, like the face covering bill, knowing ultimately that it could end up in court? And does it feel like a waste of time for the legislature to be dealing with this?
What I would say is there is a very big difference.
Pointing to the map litigation from 2022, Senator Ferguson says the state already knows what cannot be done. When it comes to curbing ICE cooperation and enforcement actions, he says that's less tested legally.
One of the core functions of the Bill of Rights is the 10th Amendment that says states have the obligation and responsibility to be the holders of power when a federal government is out of line.
And of course, if it goes to litigation, that's part of the process too.
But Republicans, like Delegate Shalega, disagree.
These efforts to control ICE will be thrown out.
If that's the case, why do you think your counterparts are continuing to go down this path?
It's more rhetoric. The state of Maryland cannot interfere in federal law enforcement's actions. So it's much ado about nothing.
As all signs likely point to court battles, Democrats in Annapolis appear ready to spend hours of time debating and passing these proposals, while Marylanders wait for their elected leaders to pass legislation that could address their growing concerns about affordability. Now, we should also point out that it's fairly unusual to see legislation, especially this contested legislation, to move out of the House or the Senate this early in session. Everyone I've been talking to says that that really points to how big of a priority these bills are to leadership. Live in the State House, Mackenzie Frost, Fox 45 News.
I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.